Hey guys, this is the third and final part of this series of ranking The Summer I Turned Pretty, season 1, 2, and 3. So I was kind of figuring out as I went if I'm ranking it still keeping in mind what I had from 1 but changing it with what changed in 2, or if it was like just looking at season 2. But I think since this is the last ranking of season 2 and I'm changing it to 3, we're keeping track of everything they've done in the past too. Like just because Adam helps them save their mom's house doesn't mean that he's automatically a great character. Like it just brings him up a little bit. He's still a not great dad who gave his kids trauma. I don't know if it's trauma, but he treats Conrad like he has to be perfect, has to follow after him, and that's not healthy. Okay, my favorite character, Jeremiah. This is so tough because season 3, he just got messy. He makes it a big deal about the cake, the engagement ring. He cheats twice. Like Jeremiah. But then in the end, there's so much that goes on. Okay. I love Jeremiah so much. Still do. But I don't agree with every decision he made. Closer to the end, he'd probably round out to up here. But bro cheated twice. So I think I have to put him under messy. Sadly. Okay, Belly. Why am I about to put every character under messy? Belly was messy because she was with Jeremiah for 4 years and still thinking about his brother. That's insane. Girl, you're messy. But near the end, she goes back to Conrad. She's like, if there were infinite dimensions, I'd choose you in all of them. Or something like that. But just the journey to get there, like her dating Jeremiah for 4 years and then getting engaged, and then only then she realizes she's still in love with Conrad. And Jeremiah's the one who tells her. He's like, I see the way you look at him. You never look at me that way. You can't get with me to erase him. It's so tough, but they're both messy. And in the end, I think Jeremiah has more growth than Belly. Because what do you mean she just got engaged and now she's jumping into a relationship with Conrad? Okay. Steven, other than him cheating in the beginning, which I absolutely hated that they made Steven and Taylor cheaters. But here's what I'm going to say. The second Steven realized it was wrong, he broke it off. Taylor waited. So Steven morally is better than Taylor. And he's a great character. Yeah, I think Taylor and Steven have struggled with communication, but they're getting better. And Steven was better at communicating than Taylor was, because Taylor, her main influence was her mom, and we've seen how her mom goes through relationships. So I'll leave her under sweet but not superior. But I do love Taylor so much. Laurel, how dare you? How dare you? The fact that at first she wasn't going to go to her own daughter's wedding, and everyone saw that that was wrong but her. Laurel, why are you going down there with Adam? Like, that's just terrible. Belly was literally saying, how are we going to do this without both of our moms? And yes, they should have heeded the warning that Conrad and Laurel and most people in her life are like, what, are you pregnant? Why are you rushing to get married? But the fact that her mom wouldn't even support her in her crazy decision or like go to the wedding, she could have been like, I don't agree with what you're doing, but I'll be at the wedding. But no, she was about to skip. Belly had to go wedding dress shopping by herself. Or it was with Taylor, maybe Lucinda, her mom. But girl, you should have been there. Susanna sadly passed. You know what? Her angel can rise up to Cousin's Beach royalty. Oh. I don't know. Cam, not in season 3. And he totally should have been.
So he just stays there.
So yeah. Shayla, not in season 3. I don't care. Cleveland, not in season 3.
Not in Steven 3.
Not in Stevens 3. Not in season 3. Don't really care. John. You get to go up, buddy. Because season 3, Laurel and John have a little thing. And he's just so sweet to Belly. And even how he talks to Laurel. Like, he tries to convince her. He's like, I get that you don't agree, but you're going to regret not going to her wedding. She's like, whatever, John. So that's why Laurel's down here. And John's all the way up here. Okay. If you can't tell, I'm very passionate about this subject. Nicole. Not in season 3, so I'm not even worried. Conrad.
Not in season 3, so no.
My boy. You finally get to be higher than messy or red flag. I'm so proud of you. Look how big you've grown.
Goes into Greek god Jeremiah.
Look how big you've grown. Yes.
That'd be crazy if you put it in Greek god Jeremiah.
Conrad season 3 made me finally like his character. I could see how sweet he was. The fact that he was there setting up the Cousins Beach house for their wedding. And it wasn't even his wedding. Like, he was there supporting them. And yes, for a little bit, he's like, I'm not going to be your best man. But he goes around to it. He gets Laurel on board with the wedding. I mean, he steals the bride. Okay, dedication. So is he messy? Yeah, but he's been yearning after Belly for 4 years, and he finally did his plan, and it worked, and they're together, and yeah. But the way that Belly got to it, messy. The way that Jeremiah got to this, messy. So they still stay there. Milo, not in season 3, still messy. Julia, not in season 3. Sky, I don't think she's in season 3. Agnes. Can we get a round of applause for Agnes? She is one of... Wait, let me look. No, she's my favorite character they added for season 3. But she's not from Cousins Beach. This category actually feels like it doesn't work because they're barely ever at Cousins anymore. Agnes is superior, but not part of Cousins. But Taylor came first, so she can go right after Taylor. I love Agnes, and I just did a tier list on TSITP ships, and I literally put Agnes and Conrad right after Belly and Conrad. Not because I think Bonrad is better than Jelly, but just the way that the show went. Jenny Han made it clear it was always Bonrad, but I still like Jelly together. So I don't know if I'm team Bonrad. I'm team that's how the show went, and I'm kind of fine with it. But I'm not okay with all the things she threw on Jeremiah to make him worse than Conrad. Like, that was terrible. Sorry, I'm rambling. Wait, I forgot about John. John season 3. He actually gets better. He's funny. He brings the champagne. Is that the champagne from my wedding? Did I show you that video?
No.
John taunting his kids with the champagne from his wedding anytime their life gets better. So he just keeps bringing champagne to the parties. And Jeremiah's like, "Is that the champagne from my wedding?" He's funny. He's funny for that. He was supportive of the wedding. It's kind of weird. He's kind of, no, because he gave a ton of them jobs. He offered them all jobs. Yeah, Adam is going up overall. Final decision. I don't know if he goes there, but anyway, Adam offered jobs to Jeremiah, Stephen, probably even Conrad if he wasn't a doctor. He gave them the funding for the wedding. He made, yeah, he said, "I'll fund the wedding, but the coworkers are also coming," and they're like, "Whatever." So it's at the country club, and it's kind of a work/wedding thing, but we never get to see that happen because the wedding was called off. Anywho, Adam, so much better overall. Especially like closer to the end, you can see he's talking with Conrad. He supports Jeremiah. He gives Jeremiah a hug after the breakup. After the breakup Jeremiah and Belly had, he gives him a hug. He supports him. He's nicer to Conrad. He grew so much. Conrad and Adam and Jeremiah, big growth from you. I'm so proud of you all. I can't put him under. Maybe I can. Yeah, he was funny. He had comedic relief too. Denise. Ah.
I think you can use two fingers. You press and then you use.
Oh, right, I can use this finger. All right, but kind of meh. She was fine. I was never in love with her character. I did think it was cool when she was gonna collaborate with Steven to do the video game thing. I thought that was really cute and quirky. I don't know if she's great with Jeremiah, but we'll have to wait and see in the movie. Hey, if he's happy, she's happy. And Jeremiah, I don't remember the exact quote, but towards the end, he's like, "Before, when I was with Belly, I almost wanted her to not go to Paris, but I'm fine with you leaving and going off on your own." That was a terrible quote, but a lot of growth from Jeremiah, and so they're not as attached to each other. You know, it's not like how Belly and Jeremiah couldn't live without each other. Denise and Jeremiah, they're thriving. Lucinda. I guess it's cool to see where Taylor came from, but she's so messy. She's constantly with random guys. She's trying to help her daughter. She's doing all she can, but she's not that smart. I'm sorry. And she's like losing money on the salon. And we see her drunk at a party talking to Steven. Like, girl needs to go to therapy. Conrad, recommend your therapist. Whoever helped you can help Lucinda. I think her name is Katie. Straight to jail. Straight to jail. Because I could be wrong, but I thought I saw her looking at Jeremiah as well. So I was like, oh, does she have a thing for all the Fishers? Why? This is the girl that Adam cheated on Susanna with while she had chemo. And now she's still at I wanted to say law firm, but I don't think that's right. Still at the job. And I cannot believe that Adam brought her to the wedding. Actually, I don't remember if he brought her to the wedding, but he brought her to like some dinner and it did not feel right. She might be fine, but the context of her cheating, if of Adam cheating on her, sorry, Adam cheating with her over Susanna, whatever it is, terrible. Red flag. Annika. I loved Annika. She played a small part, but she was one of Belly's best friends. And anytime I'd hear her give Belly advice, it was really good advice. She's not toxic like some of her other friends. Like, I love Steven. I love Taylor. But they can be toxic and start fights. Annika was just chill. Great friend. I hope they stay in touch. Redbird. I can't believe that's his name. Redbird. Walking red flag. The fact that the advice he gave Jeremiah was like, oh, it's your wedding. You can get blackout drunk. Like, he's a party frat boy at heart. I saw people shipping Redbird and Jeremiah like they're going to be endgame. They're going to end up together. And I'm like, the last influence Jeremiah needs is someone who parties all the time. And Redbird was the one that's like, you hooked up with the Lacey Barone. And then when Jeremiah talks to him later, he's like, it's not that big of a deal. Just dump her or something. Terrible advice. And I think as long as Jeremiah sees him as a fun friend and not someone to take seriously, they'll be fine. But I would not want to see him and Jeremiah as like best friends. That does not work.
Is Benito not in here? I thought I added him.
Nuts.
Nah, it's fine. What would you rank
Benito boy?
Would you walk him?
All right, but kind of meh. He's fine.
Okay, final character.
Lacey Barone. Once again, it's the situation they were in. Like, Lacey Barone might not be a terrible person, but the fact that that's who Jeremiah cheated with, it's horrible. Plus the way that Jeremiah describes it of like, I was drunk, I don't even know what happened, she was pulling me in. Terrible. And she's in red, so she can go down there with Redbird. I think. No, I think hella annoying, please leave. Anytime I see her, I'm like, girl, get out. We're done. Yeah, if Benito was in there, he'd be alright, but kind of meh. People are calling him like Cam Cameron 2.0. Like, once Belly tried to be independent and find someone outside the Fisher boys. He's sweet, but you couldn't see them ending up together. Just because there's not much chemistry. Last thing I'm going to do is I think I have to, just for the end of season 3, put these ones up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Jeremiah, at the end of season 3, grows a lot. He's a chef. He's happy. He's hosting parties. He's made it up with Belly. He's not cheating. He's not relying on his partner, Denise. He's just so healthy. Belly button. Just the context of season 3, she runs away to Paris and then skips Christmas. And even in the end, that's what makes me so mad. Even in the end, when she runs off with Conrad, they're not at the hosted chef dinner Jeremiah does. Like they're off somewhere else. So that really made me mad because it seemed like Belly was growing a lot and then she just runs off to be with Conrad. Yeah, she stays in Messy because she was doing good up until she broke off her. Up until she ran off with Conrad and the marriage was broken off. Just dragging along a guy for 4 years when you're still thinking about his brother? Belly. Belly. I guess in her defense, maybe she was thinking, like, if I'm not near him, I'll just forget about him. He's toxic. He is hot and cold. He wants me, then he doesn't. So if I had to say overall, most growth this season, I would have to say Conrad, Jeremiah, Steven, Taylor. Taylor was really annoying the start of season 3, but she gets better. And then it's like a healthy relationship with Steven. I know this is a long video, but can we just talk about the fact that Taylor started a fight in the car, demanded to be let out of the car, and then later jokes with Steven that he's a baby and it doesn't even hurt? Or that could be out of context. I swear, later on she makes a joke about it. And I'm like, this is not the time to joke. You could have killed him. You demanded to be let out of the car. He gets hit by a car, and then you still won't admit your feelings to him? Ugh. One of the best scenes was at the hospital when Steven was passed out and she was actually saying how she felt. I loved it. But then she takes it all back. But anyway, she grows a lot. They get better at communicating. They're together. They're couple goals in the end. I think, sorry that it's so long, but I don't think I talked much about Agnes. So I'll do Agnes, and then the series and video will be over. I know this is long. Most people won't stay this far in, but if you're still hearing me ramble, thank you so much. Agnes. I love Agnes. She's such a funny but supportive friend to Conrad. She tries to get him. Oh, I don't remember. So he had like a guaranteed. I can't remember. I think he's doing an apprenticeship or internship, and then he gets kicked out of it. And she's like, "You can always apply for next year with my buddy blank." Or she recommends. I'm so sorry. She recommends Conrad does something else, and that was nice of her. And even when he's out of the program, she's still there supporting him. She's like, "You need to go tell her how you feel." I'm totally messing this up. But we're this far in. Agnes is supportive to Conrad. It's even said that Agnes and Conrad, like, Agnes wanted something with Conrad, but he was still in love with Belly, and so he didn't want to start anything with her. But I think they could have been really good together. They have good chemistry. I love their bar scene where they're drinking beer, and she's like, "Have you ever been in love?" And he says, "Once." Just, she teases him, but it's so funny. It's like Staler kind of love. Like, you could tell they would be so cute in that teasing kind of way. Alright, so sorry for how long this video is, but here's the list. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below your thoughts or your favorite character or whatever you want to say. All right. Bye, guys.